2:10 p.m. this afternoon. Um, we're getting this little bit of evidence here, or shall we go ahead and go over here and check out this evidence and more evidence on the way, and which it is going right alongside of the pre-existing trail. We're able to see this. Whew, wow. I was just headed out into the woods. Are we picking this up? Okay, I'm sorry, there we go. Once again, it is very bright out here. Very difficult time seeing my screen. No, this one is not leaving a long streamer or trail. And, you know, my guesstimations is that it is releasing something to combine with the previous trail that we can see back in here, wherever it is. Okay? And more than likely this is going to end up being a compilation video of recordings, because I'm going to keep it short, because I want to do some more nature recordings. Alright? And of course we can see the direction in which this is headed. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and leave off with this image here, and we will continue further at some given point throughout this day. Alright, the current time is 6 p.m. July 23rd, 2025. There is, as stated, nothing really to be seen. But then, as I say that, we have this lone cloud here that appears to be headed this way. Oh yeah. And of course anymore there's quite a lot of strangeness to many of these structures or formations. Yeah, and I did not come out here to record clouds, if you will. I just wanted to make a statement that, well, we might not have any kind of sky observations. But, well, there we go. Oh, my bad. Yeah, with recordings like this, would you even want to watch anything? So yeah, I just came up from the woods. Got my doctoring done out there with fine success so far. Yeah, and I don't know what we might have over here. In the western horizon. I'm not picking up anything visually, of course. We can come up here. Yeah, where is it? Right here? Okay. And we can kind of look around this. Yes, there was a bump in the previous recording. So yeah, doing that bump again, right? Okay, man. Just stepping out here and sweat. But yeah, we've got, you know, just like the cat. There's a couple of pup daddies. Okay, and we're going to end it right there. 8:15 this evening. Yeah, looking around. This is what we got. Just I'm going to go ahead and dim this. I had to do a little photo bombing there. Okay. Cool. I'll accept that. Let's go ahead and try to dim this down. I know there's, nothing really to be seen. Just, nothing but glare, and it, just dirty looking, right? And yeah, it is very heavy out here. The air is just very heavy. Of course, you can hear the air conditioner in the background, so the audio might not be that great. Not much to see at all. Patience is a virtue, right? Providing we can focus in on this. Yeah, zoomed in all the way. We're doing, the best that we can. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Into the glow he goes. That's why I dimmed down the lighting, so we could still get a little bit of a fix. Otherwise it would have just blended right in. And well, yeah, it's still in here, but yeah, it's right up in here. Alright, I am going to close out with that as far as for this time slot, in which it is actually 8:22 right now. I've been standing out here just because I was, having one of those intuition moments, and like I said, patience pays off. So with that being caught, I will end this recording, and I believe I'll step out here once again, and yeah, just a little bit. 8:45 p.m. Yeah, not much difference in the sky, right? But that's all right. I've been uploading a half-hour video, and of course, in order to keep decent internet connection, I have to have my phone placed in my window. Of course, the window being a barrier in between me and the phone. Thankfully, I don't get many texts or phone calls. But regardless, I've been watching the uploading process as far as time remaining, which of course, if I was to use Wi-Fi, it'd be much quicker, but that's not the case. But it is interesting to see the fluctuation of time remaining when it states about 1 hour remaining, then it drops down to 58 minutes, and then it jumps up to 77 minutes, then it jumps up to 2 hours, and then it drops back. I mean, wow. Yeah, that's what I've been dealing with for quite the period of time tonight. Fluctuating about as badly as the sky with its strobe light effect that was kicking off in a couple of my recordings. Wow, you know, just and I've got thoughts on my mind that I'd like to share, but I don't think I will do that right now. I'll plan on stepping back out here possibly one last time tonight. According to our weather forecast models, we are expecting rain tomorrow evening around 8 p.m., give or take. Slight risk of severity, okay? So they're also talking about possible little pop-up showers before that time period, and gee, guess what time? Well, you've been following along with my channel. Yeah, a magic hour of 4 o'clock once again for possible pop-up showers. So tomorrow, more than likely at some given point, will be a more ideal time to possibly pick up some colorful ring formations or whatnot. I'm just kind of guesstimating right now, not really getting any feels necessarily, but I did bring this up previously. But now, of course, nothing that I seen appeared today. So, once again, guesstimating, there could be those type of signs being displayed indicating future precipitation. Once again, it's just a guesstimation, and I'll leave it at that. 9 p.m. Not sure if we can, right, we can get this. Okay, there we go. I was standing out here just waiting for one to appear so I could actually close out this, or possibly close out this recording. That one's a bit higher in altitude, further away distance-wise. And the previous one that I showed, I lost track of that, even though the camera didn't. And once again, you know, that's beyond my control, because why? Yeah, look at all this. And then well, eventually, as I spin around here, it should go, well, it was more of a, dang, look at that. See, it's just rolling out focus. It was more of a blue sky. And of course it just keeps changing. Dimming down the lighting. That's how it appears. And it also appears as the reason for the uploading process fluctuating as it has been is because there is something going on down at our local drag strip. And once again, when they are in operation, it interrupts my uploading operation. Yeah. And personally, once again, as far as I'm concerned, if they have knowledge of it, that it's causing interferences within internet connections and people's phones, their devices, you know, they should either fix the situation or be penalized. Plain and simple. Looking to the east. First set of clouds that I've seen. Okay, 9:05 p.m. These have come in, viewing just a little bit more. I'm going to leave off with that for the time being. I will step out here once again and go from there. 9:15 p.m. I just sat down, looked out my window, and seen this. Let's see just how much more we can get it to glow. And yeah, just stretch back. Shall we zoom in? Oh, about 2 times worth. And, well, okay, so we got an arrow that's trying to point the way, right? Showing us the direction of movement. You want to see it a little better? It's like there's some lines inside of this at the bottom. Okay, and that one's going at a pretty good clip. And it looks a little bit different to me than what we were seeing previously. Oh no, I don't know. Now it seems like it's slowing down a little bit. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go like this. And well, we'll just go ahead and say goodbye and come back over to this. Okay, we got some other glow ups down here. Oh, let me. Whoop, that was. Decided to try to stabilize my arms a little bit. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at this. Huh? Once again, I say, go ahead and dim this down. Uh-oh. I can't tell. Let's see. Yeah, we're having issues and difficulties with the focusing. You know, this really looks suspicious right here. Well, I guess I'll step back out here. Once again, crazy how it goes dark and then it goes bright, and then it gets a little darker and then it gets bright as the glare seems to dissipate slightly. Ooh, purple. At least that's how it looks, and it's supposed to be blue. That's what I'm seeing. But in the screen, it's purple. And yeah, this is the regular lighting. And yeah, we're getting back to the white glare, losing the colorations here, and still there is something. Yeah. Yeah. And it's not going to turn out very well at all, but can you see what I'm talking about? That's something in there. Alright, well, visibility on that is waning severely. Yeah, we'll step out once again. Alright, it is 9:30 p.m. Yeah, that glowing mass that we were checking out, it has come closer over my head, and you can see that it has changed its color as I dim it down though. Oh, are we doing that thing again? Are we picking that up? Maybe I better, maybe I better dim this down all the way, and yeah, no, just a little bit. Now we're picking up those different colorations once again. They might be intensifying. I came out here just to actually end tonight's recordings. And right. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. So yeah, okay, so we have these sunbeams that actually now, at least in a previous recording from today, one of those sunbeams narrowed down to where it actually looked like a laser beam. And now we have the strobe light, there it goes again, the strobe light effect. And oh man, I so desire to speak on quantum physics, mechanics, and quantum metaphysics, and AI, and the possibility that artificial intelligence has gotten powerful enough and has been incorporated within all of this weather modification, geoengineering, and everything else, to where maybe it is starting to alter our realities that we were once accustomed to, thus throwing us into a new age. And there was something, I don't know what it was, but anyways, something was reported through the media earlier today about the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, and forgive me, I cannot remember exactly what it was, but it is like the one and only time that I have actually agreed with anything that I've heard through the FDA. And once again, I can't even remember what it was. Yeah, let's go ahead and go back to our regular lighting. Just kind of Yeah. But of course we are at that point to where the camera is beginning to struggle with the light. Which is common. But this strobe light effect is not. And yeah, I am honestly believing that. Oh, okay, never you mind. Let's see. Every time I have a desire to close out. Oh no, that's not the case. Because there's always something else that seems to immediately and readily appear. How can you see what I'm talking about as far as the camera struggling with lighting? And this is one that I am not going to focus in on, even if I should fly overhead nearby. This is just more proof in the pudding that this is still continuing on. And it's seemingly non-stop. Here in the skies over Michigan. And we've seen all the results from these activities that supposedly is illegal. And nothing apparently is being done. And you think I'm going to waste my time contacting my congressman and all them? No, I did that many years ago, back during Bush Jr. days. Yeah. And no, I had my little stints with politicians. They represent themselves and not the people. And I don't care who they are or where they are. And it is much brighter in the screen than what it is to the naked eye. Look at that. And this is nothing like what I am seeing. On that note, we are ending it here for this day. When this will actually post, unknown at this point in time. Because not only is the overhead activities virtually non-stop, but complications with the uploading process is likewise non-stop. But the recording can always stop, such as it's going to do now. Have a great one. Take care. And thanks for watching.